This is working. Hello. I am here to talk to you about the Trisha Hyde decodables that are available to us on the elementary ELA landing page. So if you didn't know, uh, Brandon Button has also named it an aardvark because it's easier to use aardvark as a search tool. However, I just found there is a story called the aardvark, so that might come up too. If you go to the table of contents and you go to Decodables, you will see it's on slide 9. This is a document that you can go to that tells about how to access them. This is an amazing video from Krista at Little Canada about how to print them, which I thought was way easier to figure out than trying to read how to print them. I'm going to go to grade 1 because that's what I use and talk you through some of the cool things. So if you go to start here, this is some good information. Stop. No, don't stop. Just start. This is telling you about how we have the license, more information about decodables, but we in the ELA committee picked these because they align with foundations and there's so many great things in here that you can use. So in each week of foundations, there's 2 folders in the decodables, and there's version A and version B. So version A is on level, or what's considered on level, and version B is a shorter version. You can see here she says it's about 50% of the text. The B version still has the current unit phonics skills and trick words, but it's just a little bit easier. And here she tells you what will be in the file. She also has lesson plans, just a ton of resources that you can use. I want to show you, let's dig into a unit. So let's just look at unit 5 here because these I have used. So there is a nonfiction book. I've been using the nonfiction books. My kids really like those. Now, if you want to, you can display the book in on your slides. You can also make a copy and get it in slides, or you can open it in PowerPoint and then save it in slides. But I love these because you can show them on your screen first. It tells you about the new trick words. It tells you books or words that are in the book that they may not be able to decode. I love this for like even before we read it, having the kids predict what do you think these words are how are these words gonna show up in the story? Like, why are they talking about a stove and sugar? Then we have some great nonfiction pictures. So you could read it all together first. I mean, it really depends on how you want to use these. If you want to see how kids if they're able to decode them before you read them together, of course you wouldn't read it first. But this is available to you if that's a resource you would want. Oops, I'm sorry. I'm trying to go back to the right thing. So let's get back into, oh my gosh, sorry. Sorry, I'm gonna go here. So if I open week 2, this is unit 7, week 2. There are 2 stories. There is trick word practice. Now, these are awesome also once you teach kids how to use them. I don't use them with all of my students, but I use them with the kids that can manage this independently. So they have these little pictures and words, kind of like a word bank, and then they can practice writing sentences with the trick word. But if you look at the Decodables, so version A, like I said, version A is the one that's considered on level. Version B is slightly less. So besides the actual book, so like here's my fish tank teacher display. Here is the PDF in black and white. Here is the PDF in color. So let's just take a look at it. So on the back, this is the other really cool thing, is on the back, you can see what are the Foundations elements. Here's the new Foundations phonics skills. Here's the review. Here's new trick words. Here's the review of trick words. Here, what she calls story words are the words that you probably haven't taught that you would need to go over. Has a word count. And then each time they read the book, they can color in a star. I have used these both in class and as a send home thing. And that was why we really did push for these as a ELA committee, because you can send them home. Kids can write in them. They can mark up the sounds from Foundations. If we go to additional resources, there are some fluency intervention stuff you can do, or fluency practice. There is a one-page version. There are some reading response pages. So just a lot of things that you can do and use connected to the story. So like I said, the amount of resources, I mean, sometimes, yes, probably more than you might even ever be able to use. But here, knowing that you have these things available that you do not have to make, find, print, I think it's magical. There are also, if we look at the fluency templates, these I love. So what we do, what I do with kids, is we first go through and put the brev above the vowels, so we know that we're going to read them as short vowels, not as long vowels. And then they touch the dot and do the sound. So ah, eh, ah. And like I've taught this obviously, but now most of my kids do this independently or with a partner. Goes through the phonics patterns that you've learned, and then some phrases, and then a sentence. So all my kids use these, but I use them more heavily with the kids who are working on fluency or who might be struggling a little bit. And the other nice thing is you can choose, let me keep going. You can choose ones that are heart word versions. So if you teach using heart words method, or you use that phrase heart words, it shows the part you have to memorize by heart. And then there's also ones that have, hope I'm not giving you whiplash, color a star. So this is where each time they practice, they can fill in a star. So you could use them again independently with partners, or it can be a take home kind of a thing. Now, I know it is so much stuff, so it can feel a little bit overwhelming, but once you start using them, and especially since we have that awesome video of how to print them, it really becomes quick and easy for you. If you are a person who likes to have a lesson plan, or maybe you need it for an observation or something, here is a lesson plan template. So really, these are just an amazing resource that we have available that you can access. I am also more than happy to answer any questions. I'm Jenny Ekman. My email is jennifer.ekman at the district email address. So I hope you get a chance to use them and spend a little time digging in and seeing what parts of it you may appreciate using.